Today, we're diving into a story that, well, it beautifully illustrates resilience, unexpected connections, and the incredibly messy yet wonderful journey of healing. We first meet Pat Solitano, fresh out of 8 months in a mental health facility.
Yeah, the film paints a pretty stark picture there. He's looking out a window with bars, his room is bare, and we learn his routine was really tightly structured. Group therapy, exercise, medication.
That initial glimpse, it immediately sets the stage for his fragile mental state, doesn't it?
Absolutely. He was institutionalized after a really violent confrontation, an explosive reaction to catching his ex-wife, Nikki, with someone else.
A history teacher, was it?
That's right. And his diagnosis, bipolar disorder. And the film, crucially, doesn't just label him. It vividly portrays the disruptive highs and lows, the impulsive decisions.
The intense fixation.
Exactly. Characteristic of unmanaged bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
And that unvarnished depiction showing the real-world chaos it can unleash, that was really vital context.
And his mother, Mrs. Solitano, she plays such a crucial role here, pushing for his early release.
Despite the doctor's clear apprehensions, yeah.
But this is where Pat's journey takes this fascinating and, frankly, kind of obsessive turn. His entire focus shifts to getting better, but it's all for that one goal, reuniting with Nikki.
Right, and he even adopts this personal mantra, Excelsior.
Excelsior, which means ever upward, right?
Yeah, or still higher.
Right.
It really encapsulates his fierce, almost desperate drive to, quote-unquote, improve.
But it raises that question right away, doesn't it? Is Pat truly ready for the outside world?
Or is this intense focus on Nikki just another, manifestation of his condition, another fixation?
And the film answers that pretty quickly.
It does. Because despite the new mantra, he just stops taking his bipolar medication almost immediately after he's released.
Which, sets the stage for, well, inevitable challenges.
Exactly. It shows healing isn't just willpower. It's about acknowledging and managing the underlying condition. You can't just wish it away.
So true. And Pat's return home, it's anything but smooth.
Not at all. There's immediate tension, particularly with his father, Pat Sr.
Whose own anxieties and superstitions are just palpable.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And then this chance encounter leads Pat to a dinner party at his old friends Ronnie and Veronica's house.
Right. He goes kind of hoping to impress them, show them how much he's changed.
And hoping they'll tell Nikki about it, of course.
Always back to Nikki.
And this dinner party is where Tiffany Maxwell enters the picture.
The pivotal character. Absolutely.
Veronica introduces her sister, Tiffany. She's also going through a really difficult time, recently widowed, grieving profoundly.
And the film cleverly highlights their shared commonality, right? Both grappling with significant mental, emotional struggles.
Even the different medications they've tried comes up. It's a bit awkward, that dinner.
Definitely awkward.
But Pat and Tiffany surprisingly connect, kind of over their shared misery, as they put it.
It's that shared vulnerability, even in discomfort.
Yeah. But then that night, despite nothing actually happening with Tiffany,
Pat has a major breakdown, a really big one.
Huge. He's overwhelmed by guilt, thinking he's somehow betrayed Nikki just by being there.
He frantically searches for his old wedding video.
Accidentally hits his mother in the chaos.
And then gets into this furious fight with his father. It's raw, painful.
And the consequences are immediate. Officer Keogh arrives.
The same officer assigned to enforce Nikki's restraining order.
Exactly. And the news that this incident will be reported to Nikki just devastates Pat. It threatens his whole reconciliation plan.
It feels like a necessary rock bottom, though, a consequence of stopping the medication.
It absolutely is. It highlights that urgent need for him to finally acknowledge and actively manage his condition.
So the morning after, you see a shift.
A visible one, yeah. He finally agrees to start taking his medication again.
He has to admit his mood swings are out of control, causing real damage.
But he also tries to avoid Tiffany initially.
Yeah.
Still looking for external blame, maybe.
Yeah, like she's the reason for his outburst.
But his therapy sessions with Dr. Patel become absolutely crucial here.
Right.
Pat slowly starts to gain clarity that the medication actually helps him. He commits to healthier habits.
Still with the goal of reconciling with Nikki, though.
Still with that goal, yes. But it's a vital step towards self-awareness, towards taking responsibility, even if the motivation is still external.
Flawed motivations leading to positive steps.
Sometimes, yeah. And this new perspective, it does shift things. He develops this reluctant friendship with Tiffany.
Seeing her initially as just a means to an end, right? A way to reach Nikki.
Because Tiffany offers to deliver a letter for him. And Tiffany, meanwhile, starts to open up about her own tragic past. losing her young husband in a car accident.
And they slowly start to bond. Not over love initially, but over this shared experience of grief, of brokenness.
Yeah. But what's fascinating is the dynamic shift. Tiffany agrees to help, but then she sees Pat defend her from someone.
An old acquaintance.
Right. And something sparks for her. She starts developing genuine feelings.
And tries to back out of being the messenger.
Exactly. She doesn't want to be just a conduit to his past. She wants to be part of his present.
So Pat, desperate to keep that Nikki connection alive, offers to do something for Tiffany in return.
For her continued help.
Yeah.
And her request.
Will be her partner in an upcoming dance competition.
Which is just out of left field.
Yeah.
He initially refuses, completely bewildered.
But then he has that realization he can use it to show Nikki how much he's changed.
By being a good and responsible partner to Tiffany, it's still about Nikki, but the path is getting complicated.
Very complicated.
And this agreement, it marks a really significant shift for both of them. Their dance practice, it's rigorous.
Pushing them physically and mentally.
And it brings them closer emotionally. They're forced into this kind of intimacy through shared struggle.
But it also shows Pat's balancing act because he starts unintentionally neglecting his parents.
Pulling him further into Tiffany's orbit.
Which leads us to that other huge layer, Pat Sr.'s obsession with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, yeah. The superstitious fan. He sees Pat as his good luck charm.
It's this bizarre but deeply held belief.
And he bets all his money on a crucial game and insists Pat attend.
Causing Pat to skip a vital dance practice with Tiffany. That family pressure feels so real.
It absolutely does. And the Eagles lose, of course.
Naturally.
And Pat gets into a fight with some unruly fans.
Officer Keogh brings him home again.
And Pat Sr. is furious, blaming Pat, convinced his lucky charm failed him.
But then Tiffany storms in, even angrier.
Confronting Pat about the missed practice, the disruption.
And this is where Tiffany just shines, her quick wit.
Totally. Pat Sr. berates her, but Tiffany fires back with his brilliant observation.
That the Eagles have actually won every single game when she and Pat were together.
It completely disarms Pat Sr., impresses him, turns his anger into this new high-stakes gamble.
The new bet. Eagles win against Dallas, and Pat and Tiffany score at least a 5 out of 10 in the dance competition.
And he'll win back, dutter his lost money. It's completely insane.
Utterly insane. But it pulls everyone into their shared fate.
And it raises that question. How does this external pressure, this crazy bet, impact their healing, their relationship?
Especially since Pat is so reluctant. And then he finds out about the letter.
He reads the letter, supposedly from Nikki, and realizes Tiffany forged it.
It's a moment of betrayal.
But here's where you see Pat's growth. He knows the truth, but he keeps it secret. He continues to practice.
Instead of reacting impulsively.
He processes it. Maybe he senses Tiffany's deeper, desperate intention behind it. It shows a new maturity.
Yeah. His understanding is deepening. Beyond just Nikki.
Exactly. So, the night of the competition. Electric. So much tension.
Tiffany is incredibly nervous, feeling the weight of that bet.
And then she sees Nikki in the audience. And just freaks out.
Convinced she's about to lose Pat to his old obsession.
It's a defining moment. Pat finds her drinking at the bar, totally overwhelmed.
And for once, he's the calm one, the patient one.
Yeah. He gently but firmly convinces her to dance. Shows real self-control, real empathy.
Their performance, despite everything, it has this electrifying chemistry.
It really does. Culminating in that difficult stunt, it shows their partnership.
And they get the score, exactly 5.0.
Precisely what Pat Sr. needed. It's a triumph, not just of dance, but of their bond.
But then, as everyone celebrates the score and the Eagles win, Pat walks towards Nikki.
And Tiffany watches from a distance, visibly upset, believing this is it.
Pat tells Nikki he's been doing well. Reading, staying positive, consistent with meds and therapy. He sounds calm, clear.
This moment is just pivotal. Tiffany, seeing it, finally acknowledges her feelings for Pat, realizes how much it hurts because she loves him.
And she walks away quietly. Chooses not to have a fiery confrontation. That's growth for her, too.
Definitely. Meanwhile, Pat, after talking to Nikki, whispers something. We don't know what.
And then he turns away from her.
That's the key. After chasing Nikki for so long, he consciously chooses to close that chapter.
Not with anger, but with resolution. It's the ultimate sign of his healing.
It truly is. So what happens next?
Pat Sr., who saw it all, pulls Pat aside. Tells him to open his eyes. To see the signs that Tiffany loves him.
And Pat listens. For once, really listens.
He runs after Tiffany, catches her in the street, hands her a letter.
The letter. And in it, he confesses his deep love for her.
Admits he knew she forged Nikki's letter, but it didn't matter.
Wow.
He apologizes for taking so long to figure things out, acknowledging he's loved her truly since they met.
And they seal it with a kiss. The film ends with them genuinely happy, content, surrounded by their quirky, supportive family and friends.
It's just so satisfying because their happiness isn't neat or conventional.
No, it's hard-won, messy, deeply authentic.
What a journey, huh? It's more than just romance. It's this deep dive into the unpredictable path of healing.
The power of unconditional support, yeah. And finding love in truly unexpected places.
This story really highlights that sometimes the silver lining isn't what you first thought it would be.
Right. It's not about reclaiming a lost past or fixing things the way you planned.
It's about letting go of old obsessions.
And embracing those imperfect but profoundly beautiful connections that actually help you grow. Finding wholeness through the struggles, not despite them.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? In our own lives, when we get fixated on one outcome, how often do we miss the incredible unexpected Tiffany is right in front of us?
It's a powerful reminder. Sometimes the path to happiness isn't a straight line.
It's more like a beautifully choreographed, maybe slightly chaotic dance.
With someone you never saw coming.
Leading you exactly where you needed to be. Thank you for joining us on the deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope this exploration has given you plenty to think about. Until next time, keep seeking those silver linings wherever they might lead.